What's y'all's favorite nickname for Vanilla Isis? I like Missing My Tifa. Good afternoon, party people. It's your girl Yael, aka Blue Light Special, and this is your news with a view. Up first, send in the guards. That's right, over 15,000 troops are set to be deployed to Washington, D.C. this Saturday in anticipation of Joe Biden's inauguration. You know, this is the kind of response I thought they were going to give the black guy when he got inaugurated. Deployment is set amid growing concern that Al-Qaeda and the Cracker Crusaders are planning another attack on the Capitol. Considering most of them are already on a no-fly list,
they kicked me off the plane. They called me a fucking terrorist.
Particular brand of shared meth gotta be real strong.
You poked the bear this time, you little.
Reports indicate that Vanilla Isis plans on demonstrating in all 50 states. COVID is the only one with the real power to stop these people. Matter of fact, keep not wearing masks, you Cheeto banditos. Up next, down for the count. That's right, more and more members of Congress are coming up with positive COVID tests. First the shooter drills, now the positive COVID tests. Maybe now we could get an actual shutdown that'll work. So far, Reps Jayapal Schneider and Coleman come up positive after being forced to shelter in place with maskless heathens last week. This is why masks should be mandated, huh? Rep Schneider took to Twitter to blast fellow lawmakers who simply refused to put on a mask even when politely asked. Or what, you thought their lives being in danger was going to make them more cautious? Up last, cry us a river. CNN correspondent Sarah Sidner struggled to make it through a broadcast on an overcrowded hospital in California. You know how abysmal the situation's gotta be to make a CNN correspondent cry? In the gut-wrenching video, Sidner forced herself to get through tears as she reported on the fact that this was her 10th hospital that she was visiting that was filled to capacity. Just imagine how the people working through this shit feel. Seriously, salute to all the emergency workers in this time of crisis. Jokes aside, next week is shaping up to be one hell of a shit show. I'd say it's going to be a slow news week, but the reality is all of us are going to have eyes on Washington, D.C., especially since Trump refuses to take any responsibility for the happenings of last week. Doesn't look like he has any intentions on doing so.
So if you read my speech, and many people have done it.
One thing that does bother me, though, a lot of people saying that once Biden's in office, everything's going to get back to normal, particularly Joe Biden. And I think it's cute that he thinks that. There's no going back to normal after everything that's taken place. In fact, we have to learn to go beyond the new normal. Because as much as people want to blame the jihadists for what we're currently going through, that's only one level of the racism that's causing this issue. And what these serious-ass times are telling us, we can't afford to sweep this shit under the rug. Sidner was crying not because of the overwhelming numbers that she saw, but because the community that she was in was a predominantly brown and black community. And as a woman of color, seeing your people disproportionately affected by a disease that's largely preventable, people would take the proper precautions necessary, it's fucking daunting as hell. A lot of these communities that are currently being overwhelmed by the COVID-19 crisis were already in pretty bad shape as far as life expectancy and quality of care was concerned. All COVID did was shine a bigger spotlight on it. And if Joe and Super Cop Kamala really want us to heal, we're gonna have to start addressing some of these other issues as well too. The Cracker Crusaders are just a distraction. Maybe things will get so bad they'll actually consider giving us universal health care as well as universal basic income. What am I talking about? That'd be too much like right. On a scale of 1 to meth head, how many teeth total do you think are going to be at these rallies? I get the bulk of my news from TMZ, Twitter feeds, CNN, and a couple of other places. But if you see something you want me to cover, don't be shy, tag me in.